Hi there, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. What missions have I got arranged for me at the moment? I have... Actually, I'm going to go to the... Where is it? Mission Control. Go through my actives. Science data from around Kerbal. From Kerbin, sorry. Temperature scans Kerbin, not doing that. Position satellite specific orbit of Kerbin, probably not doing that one today. Yeah, this is one of the big kind of very inclined orbits. Ugh. But I'm not doing that. Anyway, not putting things in the moon. Right, test Rockamax 4875 orbiting Kerbin. So I'm going to try that one. Try the LFB KR in Kerbin and liquid fuel. I'm not quite sure what the LFB KR1X12 is actually. Guess we'll go and find out. In flight. Another position in a specific, so I'm not going to do any of those. So I'm going to see. Oh, I've got 7 active contracts anyway, so I can't do it. I've also just noticed that my monies is over the 500k that I need to upgrade my science thingy. What's it? My R&D, which is the next thing I want to do. But right, so I'm going to try doing this with a satellite. So I'm going to load my polar satellite orbiter, my polar satellite thing. I'm going to delete that one, so I only have one polar orbit thing. Right, so this is ridiculously overpowered, I don't care, right? So this is actually designed to put, or should be able to put a satellite into a fairly significant, far away polar orbit. So this is massively overpowered for what I'm going to try and do with it today. So I'm just going to pop that up so I can keep track of what I want to test. So, what are we testing? I'm not doing that. Right, we're hoping for transfer to recover, so I'll slap a thermometer on at some point. And see if that works in low Kerbin orbit. We'll see about that. Not doing that one. Not doing that one. The Rockamax 487S, which is that. Well, that's not very big. Okay, might test that. Kerbin orbit, between 88. Okay. Test the LFB KR12. This is a liquid fuel booster. Contains a very purposeful piece of engineering instead of relying on single engines or solid rocket boosters. KR1X12. one times 2. Deploys 2 modified KR1 engines fed by a built-in fuel system. Oh, righto. Okay. This might be harder than I thought. Source of its immense lifting power, all its self-contained goodness, comes at the cost of not having a mounting point for its underside and not being quite as efficient as dedicated engines. Also comes at a little cost as well. This might be harder than I thought. So this should be quite easy because I just whack those on the side there. And I can test them when I'm in orbit. So I'm just going to do. Let's go for 4 times symmetry. Why not? So that's all right. I can test that one. So I want to test this in orbit. This huge buggering thing. And I also want to test this tiny thing. Okay, so we're going to take away this. Testing this thing in orbit is not quite sure how I'm going to do that. Um, I can just slap that on the underneath. Okay. That's a small, wee, dinky engine. Right. I'm going to not do that. I'm going to get a very small fuel tank. Well, it's not actually the smallest fuel tank. Yeah. Out of the way. Now, of course, I can't stick that on the bottom of anything, so seeing if I can select any of the. Wasn't quite what I had in mind, actually. Alright. I sort of realised that hasn't bugger all fuel, so that's not actually going to go anywhere. Okay. So something like that. Well, that's going to give me all the bits that I'm wanting. Ridiculously over-engineered. Well, not so much over-engineered, but also not really over-engineered at all. Overpowered, shall we say. Maybe what I want to do here is do the exact opposite of what I've done. Take that away. Take that away. Take that away. Instead, put the dinky, tiny engine there. Is there a separator on top of that? In fact, given the whole thing is so ridiculously overpowered, just get rid of that entirely. So it's got Ickle engines. Oh, that should be enough. And that's going to decouple, and then I want that in its own thing. Remember to slap the thermometer on. There you go. I have no idea if this is even likely to get to orbit. And I may have to do some fancy things of rearranging stages and restaging things to get it into orbit in the first place. So This may be an utter failure. New test rig. I'm going to put the date on actually. I'm recording this 03/06. So we'll save that. And where are those in there? I want those there. Gonna move that. I'm gonna move the big engine into its own thing. And then I realise that I've not put on a decoupler. So I'll just do that. Seeing as I got the, which is going to be a better winglet. Well. Oh, what have I got? I'm gone over. How much have I gone over? Quite a lot. Well, we'll get rid of those for a start. And I think I've got 4 thermometers, which I probably don't need. So just down to 1. So no, there you go, that'll do. Need to upgrade my vehicle assembly doobie thing. I should really recheck my staging. And put in some struts. Wow, this may not work at all. It's a very much heavier rocket than I've used before, and I should have installed one of the engineer add-ons to tell me how ridiculously stupid my rocket is. So I may not be able to test that main thing in orbit. If for no other reason than I may have to use it to get it. Looks like I'm going to have to use it to get into orbit in the first place. And I might be able to test it. I may be able to you can move the stagings around, and so restage something that you've already staged. So we'll see how that goes. Well, we're certainly going up, which is good. I'm just trying to have a go at gradually moving into some kind of gravity turn. Kind of got slightly pink flames coming out the end there. I've almost immediately gone into overheating, which is rather fascinating. So once you get to at least an apoapse of 80 odd, whoop, it's probably a bit much. So I'm going to have to fiddle a bit when I get up there. Right, so I don't have much. Well, I could just. I mean, Scott Manley's he's really good. I mean, he will just, you know, eyeball the orbit. Yeah, he'll just hit, you know. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, he'll just hit the prograde vector and you know, he'll end up where he wants it. But I am not Scott Manley, as you may have noticed. Okay, so I'm going to be slightly high for some of these orbits. We're ignoring that one. Ignoring that one. Ignoring that one. What's my apoapse here? 100 odd. Yeah, it should be right. I'm gonna have to go in slightly. One of them wants to be slightly. Yeah, that wants to be slightly further in. So we'll just move ourselves to the orbit node, to the maneuver node, which, as we get closer and closer to apoapse, may well become simply the prograde vector. And if it weren't for the fact that I've basically run out of parts, some RCS might not have gone amiss on this thing, or maybe a reaction wheel thing. Bigger reaction wheel. So you can see that the maneuver vector and the prograde vector are getting closer and closer and closer, and in fact they're both beginning to converge on the horizon. So at about 8 seconds I want to go whoomp and see what happens. Set that stage out. Still got quite a lot of fuel, so that's fine. Start following the maneuver vector around. I've got a very big, slow, clunky spaceship, which is not the easiest things to play with. That was annoying. Right, so can I test this thing? Oh, if I put those down. Ah, that was not what I wanted. But I did test. Oh well, no, wait. That's not actually. Ah, but I'm in the wrong orbit for the next thing. So I'm in the wrong orbit, so I need to get to a different orbit. So I want to bring. Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's just aim retrograde for the moment. Bring that down to about. Ooh, that was a bit much. So we'll go prograde. Right, so I should at some point hit both of those options. Basically, I'll need to be under 79k, or 76k really. Well, actually, no, under 88 and under, yeah, so within, they should both trigger when I get to about here-ish, I guess. So we'll go around. Right, now I want to test the LVR1s at this point. We'll just pop ourselves retrograde for no very good reason. And that doesn't work, so we'll add a whole new stage. See if that counts. It did! So now all I need to do is get to the right place, so I can do the same thing again. You see, I might get this. So it's all, at this point, I'm just wanting to get into the right orbit. It's not counting this time. Oh no, the one that's left is the great big enormous thing which I've left behind me. So I've mucked that up and I can't get that one now. So okay. So now the only thing left to do is to see if, I mean, we might as well just keep this in orbit now. Reaction, we'll rename vessel. We're going to rename it thingy what's it. No, we're not going to call it that. That's a stupid thing to call it. We are going to call it orbiting temperature. And get the extend. See if we can find the thermometer, which I'm fairly sure I put on this thing somewhere. I hope I didn't put on a bit of a spacecraft I've subsequently thrown away. I don't think I did. I'm fairly sure I put it up on this bit. Who looks like it wants to give me a temperature reading? No. Oh, is that it? What's that? Log temperature. Temperature collected and recorded. And so I transmit it. And it works! So, I could have done them all. So hopefully I can now just come back to this thing. Maybe not actually. No, I should be able to come back to it and do more science. So, what I failed to do was test the LV1x2 in orbit, which I could have done if I'd been more clever with my staging. I didn't get my staging right. So I could have done that. So I'll know for next time. But I did get science data from around Kerbal, so that's 30k bucks, 30k Kerbal bucks. Test the LV1R liquid fuel engine. So that gave me 72 science, yay, and 81 kilobucks. And I got the Rockomax 487S, which is actually not a bad little engine for a satellite, looking at it. 34 science and 44 kilobucks, which means my grand total is 708,006 bucks, and I have 121 science. So Space Center, we're going to leave that there. So hopefully, if I get more missions that ask me to do science in orbit around Kerbal, I can just go there. Go to that mission, go to that ship, that satellite, and I was looking to see if there was one already. Sometimes there is. So had I, see if they asked me to do science again, I can just do that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. So my science limit is 100, so I can upgrade. Takes my science limit, research limit to 500. Kerbal EVAs can collect surface samples. Resource transfer available. So I have now upgraded my R&D. And I have much less money. So now I can, in theory, collect all these things, although they probably cost more than I got, yeah. So I can might as well just get the fuel systems while we are here. I can see what toys, advanced landing, so nice landing struts, and a better parachute. What's this one? Advanced exploration. Telus mobility enhancer. That's a ladder. It's another ladder. Oh, I see. The barometer, which would enable me to do more science. Advanced electrics, so nice photovoltaic panels. They're all panels, so that they presumably expand in different ways, and thus are useful for different ships. What have we got here? This is precision engineering. What? What is this? Precision what? How dare you? Probe miniaturization. It's fully functional, incredibly lightweight command unit. All this goodness comes price, however. Tiny enclosure means there is no room for internal reaction wheels, so you just put on reaction wheels. Battery capacity is pitiful, so you put on batteries. Optional return missions. The Probabadine HCES. Advanced guidance assistance technology comes fitted with internal reaction wheels and decent-sized batteries. Rockomax, tiny engine, but very useful, good for craft where large rail engines won't fit. Another LV. Finally get the LV1 and the LVR1. LV. Yeah, I've been testing those, but I don't actually get them until I get that level of thing. Some fuel tanks. Toroidal fuel tank. I don't know why you want a toroidal fuel tank. RCS tank, stack decoupler, smaller stack decoupler. It's for small bits. That's cool. Specialized control, advanced reaction wheel module, large. Mark MK12 command pod. So I can presumably put I can put many Kerbals in it. Good. because I want to put mini Kerbals for when I do big science missions, because some of the things need multiple crew in order to work. So that's neat. A lander can. Monopropel engine, Werner engine. Altitude control thruster. Oh, I see there, RCS. Monopropellant and parachutes. Supersonic flight. Engines and things and elevons and delta wings and oh, look at all that. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's lovely. Make lovely airplanes. Actuators. Apparently get one. Oh, the advanced grabbing unit. Sweet. Storage container for keeping things in, I guess. Adapter, girder adapter, docking ports. So I'm going to want that fairly soon. I want to make space stations, so docking ports are going to be very important. And heavy rocketry, big rockets. Liquid fuel booster system is for a very personal piece of engineering. Oh, that's the one. That's the thing I saw already. That's the one that I failed to test. The big thing. So there you go. I've now upgraded all that. I can now do ridiculous things like send Kerbals all over the planet. Kerbin, gathering soil samples for science. But I'll either do that next time or I'll do it off screen. I don't know how interesting it's going to be. So thanks very much for watching. Have you been enjoying these videos? Then please hit like and subscribe. If you could feel in your heart to visit www.nearlyenoughddice.com, you will find our role-playing game themed podcast and blog, and that's pretty much it. So I've been Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and until we meet again, reach for the stars.